News this morning.
We have breaking news in the Bronx. Flames tear through an apartment building, forcing adults and children down the fire escapes to get out. We have a live report from the scene.
We've got breaking news in the Bronx. Several people are hurt after a fire ripped through an apartment building. Many forced to climb down the fire escapes to safety. Eyewitness News reporter Derek Waller is live in Morris Heights with the very latest for us. Good morning to you, Derek.
Charlene, good morning. And a few minutes ago, I spoke with a woman who lives in the apartment that caught fire. She said a space heater actually made contact with some bedding. And as you can see, this is the result. We have extensive damage here. You see fire investigators inside the apartment now. Several apartments gutted. This is 1925 University Avenue. It is a NYCHA building. And let's show you some video from earlier. Their flames were shooting out of these second-story windows shortly before 2 o'clock this morning. Residents were forced out onto the fire escape in the freezing cold. We had heavy smoke and fire conditions inside the building. I can tell you that 6 people had to be treated for injuries that are considered not life-threatening. Listen to what one neighbor told me this morning.
My friend lives in the 3rd floor, and I panicked and I started yelling her name. So her husband turned around and told me, "Pat, get the firemen. We can't come out. It's too much smoke."
And some of the residents are being allowed to go back into the building and collect some of their belongings. Many of them were holed up inside a laundromat that's around the corner from here. I can tell you the Red Cross is assisting. Neighbors told me that there actually has not been any heat in this building, and that is why that space heater was being used in the first place. Reporting live here in the Morris Heights section of the Bronx, I'm Derek Waller, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Spread through apartments in the Bronx. Several people taken to the hospital. We are live with the latest.
News in the Bronx, dozens of people forced to run for their lives as flames ripped through an apartment building. And today, New York's Catherine Craig is on University Avenue, that's in Morris Heights, following it all. Kat.
And Michael, it's being investigated right now whether a space heater caused the fire on the 2nd floor. We want to zoom into the center part of that building that you see right there. The 2nd and 3rd floors black because there's no electricity, and that's where really a lot of the damage is concentrated. Let's take a look at this video. The flames were huge. The fire broke out around 2 o'clock this morning in the 6-story building on University Avenue near West Burnside Avenue. Flames shot out of the building. A deputy fire chief told us the fire started on the 2nd floor and smoke quickly filled the apartments all the way up to the top. Residents raced to the fire escapes to get away from the smoke and flames. They were apparently screaming, and firefighters climbed the fire escapes to help them. Paramedics rushed 8 people, including some children, to the hospital, and we are being told that they have minor injuries. A young woman told us she woke up to find her home filled with smoke.
No, I was sleeping, and I felt like I was suffocating. I couldn't breathe, and I opened my eyes and my room was full of smoke. I looked out the window, there was flames everywhere. I just started panicking.
And you ran out?
Yes, I instantly woke up everybody in my house and we ran out the house.
And residents are telling us there were problems with heat in the building and some people were using space heaters. But again, Michael, an investigation is underway into how exactly the fire started. And a lot of people live here, Michael. More than 200 people, some of them allowed back in. Reporting live, Catherine Craig, today in New York. We'll send it back to you, Michael.
All right, Kat, thank you.
We start things off, though, this morning in the Bronx with breaking news. The fire department's investigating an apartment building fire that left 8 people hurt and displaced a number of tenants. New York One's Lindsay Tuckman joins us now from the scene in Morris Heights with the very latest. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Annika. 8 people injured and dozens without a home to go back to after this early morning fire whips through this Bronx apartment building behind me here. I want you to take a look at what is going on now. There are windows blown out in this apartment complex where about 200 people live. The pitch black windows where the fire whipped through. People are cleaning up right now, getting stuff that they can out of their units. You can still smell the smoke as this cleanup process continues. Video from earlier this morning shows residents, children, and their pets climbing down fire escapes to flee from the flames, which were shooting out of their windows. Smoke filling the air of the residential area as people gathered outside. It happened around 2 in the morning. About 25 units, firefighter units were called to the scene here at University Avenue and Burnside Avenue. According to officials, the fire started on the 2nd floor and spread to the 3rd and 4th floors. There are 6 floors in total. 3 people were brought to the hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. We're still waiting on an update on their condition. There were 5 people with minor injuries and 2 were children. We spoke with residents this morning who were cleaning up. One woman who says the fire started in her sister's apartment and she believed a space heater was the cause of it.
It's terrible. It's pitch black. There's no more furniture. There's no more nothing. There's no more food. There's no clothes. It's nothing. Everything is gone. Just gone. And I thought she was gone too.
Now, her sister is okay, but she is one of the people here displaced, awaiting word on where to go. Meanwhile, firefighters are still investigating the official cause of this blaze. Annika?
Okay, Lindsay, thank you for that update.
Bueno, vamos a comenzar con esta noticia de última hora y es que un incendio de 2 alarmas en un edificio de apartamentos en el Bronx ha dejado unas 8 personas heridas.
Odalis, de inmediato vamos a pasar con nuestro compañero Rafael Pujols en vivo desde Morris Heights con este siniestro. Rafa, muy buenos días. Sabemos que hay niños dentro de las víctimas, ¿no?
Así es, un verdadero drama humano lo que se ha vivido aquí, Rosarina. Odalis, buenos días. Entre los 8 heridos que han mencionado, hay 3 en condición crítica, pero no de gravedad en hospitales del área. Ya las llamas han sido sofocadas, un incendio que alcanzó 2 alarmas. Los alguaciles de los bomberos ahora investigan las causas del fuego que se desató aproximadamente a la 1:50 de la madrugada. Las llamas eran intensas. Un jefe de los bomberos confirmó que el fuego habría comenzado en un apartamento del 2º piso y se extendió rápidamente al 3º y al 4º. Cuando las primeras unidades de las 25 que respondieron a la llamada hecha 911 llegaron al edificio de 6 niveles ubicado en el 1925 de la avenida University, tuvieron que rescatar a los residentes que gritaban por ayuda y bajaban corriendo por las escaleras de escape. Otros fueron alertados por los mismos bomberos que les tocaron las puertas para que se pusieran a salvo. Escuchemos lo que dijo una de las desplazadas. Adelante.
Al mirar por la ventana, en la ventana que está en el frente, vi el reflejo de la llama. Inmediatamente corrí y llamé a mis hijos. Fuego, fuego, nos quemamos. En eso el security voceaba desde abajo. Se quema el 1925, fuego, fuego. Inmediatamente yo corrí y desperté a los niños para que salieran corriendo.
Nuevamente, de nuevo, los bomberos, los alguaciles, específicamente los bomberos, están tratando de determinar las causas de este incendio que, repito, habría comenzado en el 2º piso. El 3º y el 4º quedaron prácticamente consumidos. Es toda la información. Yo regreso con ustedes al estudio.
Rafa, muchísimas gracias por ese informe.
First this morning, we have breaking news in the Bronx. Flames tearing through a 6-story apartment building overnight. 8 people were hurt. Some residents feared for their lives. Today, New York's Catherine Craig's in Morris Heights with the latest. Cat, good morning.
Good morning to you, Darlene. And they absolutely did. We are hearing some dramatic stories of people yelling for help. They were standing on the fire escapes right here at this building, screaming to get rescued, and they were rescued by firefighters who climbed the fire escapes and brought them down to safety. Let's take a look at this video. The flames were shooting out of some of the windows of the 6-story apartment building. The fire broke out around 2 o'clock this morning in this 6-story building on University Avenue near Burnside Avenue. Flames shot out from the building. Residents raced to the fire escapes to get away from the smoke and flames. Firefighters climbed the fire escapes to help them down. A deputy fire chief just told us the fire started on the 2nd floor and smoke quickly filled the apartments all the way up to the 6th floor. Paramedics rushed 8 people, including some children, to the hospital. We are told that they have minor injuries. A young woman just told us she woke up to find her home filled with smoke.
No, I was sleeping and I felt like I was suffocating. I couldn't breathe and I opened my eyes and my room was full of smoke. I looked out the window, there was flames everywhere. I just started panicking.
And you ran out?
Yes, I instantly woke up everybody in my house and we ran out the house.
As you can imagine, it was so frightening and shocking for the people who ran out of this building and those who were standing on the fire escapes waiting to be rescued. At this point, University Avenue remains closed off to traffic. Again, Darlene, it's right by Burnside Avenue, and we're told by that deputy fire chief an investigation is underway. But again, it looks like the fire started on the second floor, but fire marshals are here to try and figure out how it started. Reporting live, Catherine Craig, Today in New York. We'll send it back to you, Darlene.
All right, Kat, thank you very much. People are recovering from their injuries after a fire broke out at an apartment building in the Bronx early this morning. Now the department is just trying to figure out what sparked the blaze. New York 1's Lindsay Tuckman is on the scene in Morris Heights and joins us now with the very latest. Hi, Lindsay.
Shannon, residents in this city public housing building are blaming a space heater for this early morning fire that left 8 people injured and dozens without a place to go. I want you to take a look behind me here at what's going on right now. The cleanup process is underway. There are people spraying water in the area and people coming back to collect what they can from their burnt out apartment units. Windows are blown out. You can see it's pitch black inside several of those units and you can still smell the smoke. Video from earlier this morning shows residents and children climbing down fire escapes to flee from the flames, which were shooting out of windows. This happened just after 2 a.m. About 25 fire department units were called to the scene here at University Avenue and Burnside Avenue. 3 people were brought to the hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. 5 had minor injuries and 2 were children. Residents also say 2 cats died in the fire. Now, according to fire officials, it started on the 2nd floor and spread to the 3rd and the 4th floors. There are 6 floors in total. Many of those units are not damaged. One woman we spoke with, though, believes the fire started in her sister's apartment when a space heater caught on fire. She says her sister is disabled and was living without heat.
I feel real sad because I almost lost my little sister to the senseless fire. Well, it's not senseless, it's a real big fire. I mean, I feel real heartbroken inside. Please don't get me wrong, because if I would have woke up this morning and didn't have a sister, I don't know what I'll be doing, because I already don't have a mother, father, and a brother. And I got my baby sister out here in the cold because of this landlord that will put heat and hot water in their house.
Now, some residents say they have been living without heat and have put in complaints with NYCHA. We reached out for a comment but have yet to hear back from the housing authority. Meanwhile, fire officials are still investigating the official cause of this early morning fire. In Morris Heights, Lindsay Tuckman, back to you.
All right, Lindsay, thank you. Following breaking news in the Bronx, a fire at a NYCHA building overnight. At least 6 people were injured, children and adults forced to come down fire escapes. Eyewitness News reporter Derek Waller is live in Morris Heights, where residents say space heaters were being used because the building didn't have heat. Derek?
And Shirley, they say it's an issue that they have complained about. A woman who lives inside the apartment that caught fire says she woke up to find the bed engulfed in flames, and she blames the space heater. I'll show you what it left behind. You see this extensive damage. Several apartments gutted here at 1925 University Avenue. This is a NYCHA building. Look at this video again from overnight. You see those flames shooting from that 2nd-story window shortly before 2 a.m. Neighbors forced out onto the fire escape in the freezing cold with heavy smoke and flames inside. 6 people were treated for non-life-threatening injuries. And I can also tell you that 2 cats died in this fire as well. The residents of the apartment that caught fire told me they don't have any heat. They say a space heater tipped over and made contact with some bedding.
The heater was by the bed, I believe, and I think that the mattress or something caught fire from the heater because there's no heat in the apartment. If they giving us heat, we don't got no hot water. And if we got hot water, we don't got no heat.
And I can tell you that fire investigators left a short time ago, so certainly they're still investigating exactly what they believe caused this. But again, obviously, the residents inside the apartment say they believe a space heater caused this massive fire. Some residents were allowed back in a short time ago, and I can tell you that the Red Cross is assisting some families this morning. Reporting live here in Morris Heights, I'm Derek Waller, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Following breaking news coming from the Bronx, flames tearing through a 6-story apartment building overnight. 8 people have been hurt, and there was a rush to get several residents out. Today, New York's Catherine Craig's in Morris Heights with a very latest. All just happening now, Kat.
Yes, and Michael, just a little bit ago to show you the middle of this building. First of all, you can see those windows are blown out, very dark on those second and third floors. It is believed that the fire started on the second floor. We're hearing about dramatic moments of people on the fire escapes here yelling for help. Let's take a look at this video. The fire broke out around 2 o'clock this morning in this 6-story building on University Avenue near West Burnside Avenue. Flames shot out from the building. A deputy fire chief just a short time ago told us the fire started on the second floor and smoke quickly filled the apartments all the way up to the 6th floor. Residents raced to the fire escape to get away from the smoke and flames, and firefighters climbed the fire escapes to help them. Paramedics rushed 8 people, including some children, to the hospital, and we are told they have minor injuries. We talked to the people in the neighborhood just how harrowing the situation was. Let's listen.
The other side was a lot of ladies calling for help. Like, you know, to get them down through the fire escape.
So they were on the fire. Did you see them?
Yes.
What were they doing?
They were screaming that they would like to, you know, somebody to help.
And we are told at least 200 people live in this apartment building. And Michael, at this point, the fire is under investigation. Reporting live, Catherine Craig, Today New York. Back to you, Michael.
Certainly tense moments for people there. Kat, thanks so much.
Happening overnight, 8 people injured and others left homeless after a fire rips through an apartment building in the Bronx. Now take a look at this. You can see the flames just pouring out of those homes. 3 of the injuries are serious, but not life-threatening. This happened along University Avenue in the Morris Heights section. That fire started on the 2nd floor of a 6-story building, then swept through the 3rd and 4th floors. Firefighters eventually got it under control.
So much. Well, at least 8 people are injured after an early morning fire on University Avenue, and several other families are now looking for a place to stay. News 12 The Bronx reporter spoke to the family of the woman living in that apartment where they say the flames started.
If I would have woke up this morning and didn't have a sister, I don't know what I'll be doing.
That was Janice Lynch. She says the flames woke her up and her family, tearing through this apartment building on University Avenue early this morning. She says that the space heater next to her sister's bed overheated, causing the flames which spread from the 2nd floor all the way to the 5th. Meanwhile, 106 fire officials worked tirelessly until the flames were put out, and 8 patients, all civilians, taken to an area hospital, 3 with serious non-life-threatening injuries and 5 with minor injuries. Janice said her sister's 2 cats, Roxy and Chucky, were also lost to this fire.
We really need these landlords to stop, you know, telling people, promising people heat and, you know, and hot water, and they're not giving it to them.
The fire officials have yet to rule the official cause of this fire, but residents tell me this is not the first time this has happened in this building. From Morris Heights, Sabrina Franza, News 12 The Bronx. Back to you, Aisha.
All right, Sabrina, thank you.